always say dudes who don't want to get married and don't have kids, it's a lonely life for them. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think it's wishful thinking. I think it's bro, I'm trying to like stop girls from wanting to marry me. Like they're all trying to lock me down right now. I think like you have to think ahead of yourself. You know, I've been with, at this point in my life, I've had sex with 223 women, and for the most part, it's all the same. It's just you're always gonna want. Dan Bilzerian said this. He says you can never have enough money and you can never have enough women, but you gotta ask yourself. You know what I mean? And you gotta ask yourself at one point, like, when is it too much? Like, to be honest with you, I just had a weekend with my main girl, and we didn't even have sex. I didn't even want to have sex with her, right? But she was cooking for me. She was snuggling up on me. We were just having good old nice little family time. It was me, it was her, it was the dog, and it just felt nice. I think a lot of guys they say like, oh, you're gonna be lonely and shit older when you're a player. Like, that's not even, bro. I'm 34 and the hoe train is not slowing down. Like, these guys, because I've been on my purpose. You know what I mean? I mean, look where I am now.
Bro, that shit is speeding up, if anything. You know what I'm saying? If you're a guy, that shit, like, it's like a compound interest with bitches if you're handling your shit right.
Yep. And it's like, I'm just getting better every year. And I got like, that Afi, that Blasian girl we were talking about, right. Dude. She texted me this morning. She's like, I want to let you know I'm coming to you. Like, she was locking me down. She's like, I'm coming to you today, and we are gonna meet. I was like, all right, like, playing the wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm just like, oh yeah, you're the boss. You're hashtag boss babe, whatever. She doesn't know if she's gonna get fucked and thrown away. But but like, when you work on yourself as a man consistently, eventually the compound effect will add up for you, and you won't ever have to worry about being alone. Trav, I just bought a brand new MacBook Pro 13-inch the other day, and I'm gonna start learning how to program and code myself,
bro.
I don't need to.
Bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like coding, I don't know, bro. Like, I was kind of like frustrated that other things didn't work out in my life, but I really feel like there was a reason for it, because I don't know why a nigga like me got brought to coding, but I think, like, honestly, like, I'm able to like show people it in a way that they can understand it that other people can't show them. And the thing is, bro, is like, if you want to change your life like in a year or 2 years and go from whatever you're doing to making 6 figures, coding is the easiest and cheapest way, bro. Yep. Period. So there's a way that it could be done. Like, even if it's not what I do, there's always a way to make it happen. So I've heard you say, MLD, like, if you're not making like 6 figures by a certain time, like, what are you doing? I agree with that, just because it's like there's so much fucking open lanes with the internet, bruh. It's on you.
Trav, I told somebody to like get into the top 20% of income holders in America. All you need to make is $85,000 a year. I said this on Rule 0. And then all these little trolls in the chat were like, $85,000, that's impossible. You can never do it. You're asking too much of people. And I'm like, no, the reality is this. You fucking suck. You're lazy.
Wait. They were saying 85,000 is too much to make.
Yeah, they're saying like it's an unachievable goal.
Yeah. That's victim
Go ahead,
mindset,
man.
bro.
Exactly. That says everything about their mindset. Wow.
Yeah. And so, like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I mean, I'll tell you this. A part of me, I would say 25% of me is like done dealing with all these hoes and shit. Like 25% of me is like, okay, like I'm ready to hang up my gloves here.
25%, nigga. Shit.
What are you checking in at, Trav?
Bruh, at least like 52%, nigga. Like my thing is like once you've had a taste, like you're exactly right. Once you've had a certain amount of women, bruh, like it's the same for the most part. Bruh, it's an algorithm for attracting women. Rinse, recycle, repeat. Like with me, right? I know me. Black women fucking love my ass. You know what I'm saying? I love black women. And honestly, bro, like if I'm dating a black woman, like 8 to 10 times out of 10, bro, I'm gonna pull that because that's just what the fuck I like. You know what I'm saying? And I've developed my way to bring them in. If I want to get married, I'll get married. If I don't want to get married, I'm not gonna get married. My thing is like I have the choice to do both. And it's like now that I know that I have that and I got my career going, bruh, I feel like I have a cheat code in life, not just with these women, but in life, bruh. I'm not stressed about shit.
I mean, let me say something that MLD made mention of. Is I think what happens is most guys have this fear of if they decide to get married or even settle down, is that there's the illusion of the mystery pussy that they did not fuck.
Oh man, you are dropping truth bombs right now,
Lawrence. You just opened up a lane that no one's talking about.
So fucking true, Lawrence. I've never talked to anybody about that theory, but I've thought about it a lot of times in my mind.
So
phantom pussy, the maybe pussy.
Phantom pussy.
So true, bro.
What happens is a lot of guys have this imaginary girl who has this fire that he never had before. So he's comparing that to who he has now and said, why would I commit to this when this illusion of this girl over here, or multiple of them, that might be the best you ever had, again, defeats this every time. So that is the reason why a lot of guys they are chasing the illusion of something that's not even there. As you just said, after you have your fill, or you have so many women, it's all the same mechanics. It's so much
but LDA, but that's the problem right there. Like we said, you can say that so matter of factly, but there's dudes out here, like I said, single digit bodies. There's dudes out here. There's still virgins out here. Let's keep it 100. See, we're not talking about the 18, 19-year-olds. We're not thinking about them. Because we may not have been virgins at 18, 19, 20 years old, but there's a lot of dudes out here who are virgins. So
for them, I would say you need to, something I tell my sons, you're not ready to settle down right now. But there comes a point in your life where you say, you know what, I done did all this, I done did all that, because chasing a bunch of women and having a rotation, it takes a lot of energy.
Yes, it does.
And it takes a lot of energy. Okay, who is this? Susie? I thought this was Trina. Oh, I thought this was Marinetta. Oh, I thought that was. After a while, it takes a lot of, and that energy you can be using to be more productive for your life. And not saying that's not for everyone. When you get older, it actually, like, you know what, is it even worth it?
Yeah.
So sometimes people are only looking from where they're at, not for where they're going. You got to think, how are you going to pick a woman that's going to be directly asset to you and not a liability?
I got
So,
a good question for you, big bro.
so you're who's a liability, who's an asset to you. But guys have that illusion of a fantasy pussy that's out there that's going to make them make them do backflips. And guess what's going to happen? He'll go chase it, and guess what happened? It's just like number 145.
Right.
They trying to get sunshine from Harlem Nights, bro.
Let me ask you this, Lawrence. Shout out to Fireman. Shout out to Whiskey to Don.
Yup.
Hey, Lee, this is my question to you, big bro. So look, all right. So if I'm a dude who wants a relationship, but I'm still on my purpose, right? What would be the best angle to take? Would it be like on some pimping to where we just pimping until the one who lasts to the end, that's who you pick? Or should it be like you kind of find what you want and then just try to build from that?
The problem is this. First thing if I had to ask the person, because I know it's not you, I would ask, what's the age of the person who's asking that question? Because that determines a lot of things. The next thing I would ask,
so fast.
the next thing that's so important, I think guys miss is this. The thing that guys miss, if you have been, just use MLD as an example. If he's been with that many women, if he's been with that many women, guess what happened? He should at least have a template of what he wants in a woman. From that template, he should be able to write it down. Says, I'm only looking for Asian who is 5'2", or a certain amount of pounds. She's this, she has that kind of characteristics. She's submissive, she's compliant, she's whatever it is. Guess what? At that time, you should be able to narrow down what you want. If you constantly you a nomad looking for every camel to come along, guess what's going to happen? You're going to ride to the next thing. You're going to ride to that. You're never going to be satisfied. The thing of it is, guys make decisions from their lower nature and not from their higher nature.
Yep.
That's
the loins.
They make decisions from their lower natures. That's the reason why they cannot pick women well, because they're thinking from their dick. Let's get it quickly. This what the problem is.
Yeah, let's take the veil off.
You're not thinking from what have I learned from the women that I've been with, and what do I like and what do I don't like. Now I can put that together and say, this is the type of woman. Oh, sorry, you 156. You almost made it. I'm looking for 140. You can begin to eliminate women, attitudes, whatever the case may be, out of your life. You begin to pick well. That's what most guys don't know how to do, and it's not taught on here. We can talk game, but no one's teaching you how to pick the right woman for you. Not for me, anybody on the channel, but what's best for you. You might like the big girls, and there's nothing wrong with that. It might make you happy. But the other person might want the girl that's skinny. So you gotta know what's best for you. And no one on this panel, we can give you all the information, but it's till you interact with a woman one-on-one, it's when you get the real game.
Hey, LDA, I think that's one of the reasons why there's so many failed marriages. Because off of like what you said, and off what Trap said, dudes need to have options, and like you said, these dudes need to have options, and they have bad pickers, so they have bad pickers, and they don't have experience also. So with a combination of all these things, because they don't have options, they're dealing with one chick who probably their high school sweetheart, you know what I mean? Because they haven't had experiences with different women, they don't know what they like, what they dislike, what they should tolerate, what they should not tolerate. It's almost
Yeah.
like they don't even build a standards. You know what I mean? They don't even build them standards for themselves because they, like you said, they're getting boxed from her right now. I mean, you know, he could tolerate her, and you know what? He's been with her for like 6, 7 years, so you know what? He might as well just marry her. And you know, and I could say that so flippantly because, like I said, I almost got married not because I was so in. It was simply because she was with me for as long as she was while I was in med school, and I was
Let me
like, I'd rather deal with her, marry her, instead of, you know, having that status and feeling like every chick that deals with me afterwards is just with me because of my status.